Good Thursday morning. I didn't think I was going to get this video made, but we did it. So we're going to discuss Butterick 4394. This took up all week, and you're going to see why in a few seconds. Already shot some clips on my evolution of my final piece, which really isn't technically my final piece because I think I'm going to be making more. But we did some altering. I did alter the front part of this, the princess seam part. I had to take that up as we discussed in the last video. So I raised that up a little bit. I still only did so on a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So at some point, I think I'm going to go ahead and make a new pattern with this to give myself an 8 inch. I hope that wasn't foreshadowing. A 1/2 inch seam allowance so that I have some room to play with here. So, and I had to do the part to get the peplum lined up. So I had to make a new front peplum. The back was fine. I think the back looks okay, but I did have to redo the fronts. So, and I'm still going to have to work on, I did shave a little bit off of this arm, but I don't know if I shaved too much off. I don't know if it's coming in too far and I need to add a little bit more back. I think it needs to be more snug around here. So let's go ahead and roll the video that I shot of the progression and I'll go ahead and talk over it and we'll see you back at the end. And here is the one from last week that we started on, and we found all kinds of problems. The bodice had to come up about 2 inches. The waistline's pretty good. I wasn't so bad with the waistline. I think it fits fairly well. It gives me some ease. It was the shoulders that stuck out way too big for me. I have very narrow shoulders, surprisingly. And so we had to run over to the old drafting table and we made number 2. We got the bodice raised up. We look horrible in this color. We didn't do anything with the arms at this point. So we just have the peplum on based on some alterations. And while I'm twirling, can we just take a second to look at how I pattern matched on this? I did pretty good with these stripes. There's some that are off, but overall, that's pretty good. Look at that. Look at those stripes. Again, if I look better in this color, it would be quite an achievement, but I look horrible in it. So there's still a lot to be done. We have to work on that. This is number 3. I look so much better in this top. And we got that done. We did work on this one right here. This is my left arm. And we left it just as the pattern indicated, and it's way too big. We got the peplum on. We went in the bathroom and did some alterations. I drew on my bodice with my marking pen so I can get an idea of where I needed to take it in. And so on my right arm, this is where I took it all in. I think it still needs to be it needs to be snugger for some reason. I think if I raise the whole shirt up until it fits under my armpit, it fits a lot better and it moves a lot better. So that's something that we're going to have to be working on with our own bodice block pattern. So, but I really like how it came out. I'm very happy with this pattern. I will be making it again. I just couldn't be happier with this. And here is the final one. And I'm very proud of it. I gotta say, I am very proud. The only thing I would change is the way I did the button loops, and I wouldn't feel comfortable going out in this. I don't think, because if I move slightly, it's just going to pop open. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to get either this shirt or the next one do it right. But I love how the peplum came out. I love the sleeves. I still think there should be some work done on the sleeves, but they fit so much better. It's just overall, I couldn't be happier with this shirt. I just love it. It took me a while to get those pleats in the sleeve to go right. That was a whole laugh a minute, but I love it. I've learned so much about me and my body with this shirt, and I couldn't be happier with it. So let me know what you think, and I'm so happy to be making more. So that is what took up most of my week. so far. I love this shirt, I really do. And I also want to acknowledge how I do not look good in those rust colors. Those deeper colors, those are not my friend. Not my friend. I thought I looked best in number 2. I think even the yellow one is a little bit too bright for my skin tone, and if I had a paler yellow, it might even look better. So I'm definitely like a muted or a soft, whatever. I'm either soft summer or I don't know. But just that quick little run through of videos, that second one, that peachy colored, it's a very pale peach color, I think. I'm looking at it across the camera, looks the best. Cat jumped on the table. Will I make that shirt again? Absolutely. I've already got ideas because I've been watching Bianca on the Closet Historian and all the things she does with her patterns and the way she cuts them up. Now, that being said, I do have to get myself a bodice, like a slope, like a block pattern, so that I have something that I can always go to. So that's going to be something that we're going to work towards this summer. I'm already thinking of ways that I can color block it and do different things. Last week we talked about doing dirndls, so we never know. It's a short video this week, but that took up most of my week, just trying to get those seams lined up, widen the front peplum, shrink the sleeves. Again, we're still going to have to work on the arm side. And I do have the same book, well, almost the same book. I think I have a different edition of what Bianca uses for her sewing is the Helen Joseph Armstrong Patterns for Designers or something like that. I have that book. We might go through that next week. So I'm going to work on making myself a new sloper. Now, these are the next 2 that I'm going to work on, and it may be a while. Don't expect to see these next week, but these are the 2 that I'm going to work on next. And this one right here, I really like because I now understand for my body, don't go flowy. The peplum on that yellow shirt, I love it because it doesn't add more volume. It skims over the area that I'm not comfortable with. It gives me a chance to wear, not really a tucked in, but something that cinches and flares out. Now, if I color block with those black pants, could I also black peplum that and maybe get a little bit of color with color blocking toward my face, and then the lower half of that pattern be black that would blend into my pants and would give me more of a long leg look instead of a long waist look. This one right here, I don't even know what this is. It's 895 style. I've never even heard of this pattern. I don't even know if I can even see it, but I like that one. That's very 80s. And then this one right here also I really like. Again, it doesn't have a flowy peplum. It has a tie at the waist. I think that will look good. I'm going to end it here for the week, guys. I am wore out from sewing, and I still have to get in there and sew up a doll because we got car payments coming up and we got probably a pretty big electric bill with all this heat. So I hope you guys are staying cool. Kudos to myself. I did mow the grass Monday all in one go. But it was the coolest of the hot days. So we have one more hot day left, and then we're supposed to get some rain, and hopefully it'll cool off to normal hot. So if that makes any sense. But that's where we're at. I am so happy that I got back into sewing, and I told myself I wasn't going to do it, but I am enjoying it so much. And I'm learning a lot about myself. Again, addressing Tammhy. We are addressing it because I always thought flowy away from my problem area, the areas that I'm not comfortable with. And yet, if I just embrace it and quit trying to tint it over but then contour around it, it works so much better. That's it. I'm not going to keep you on any longer. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please leave the comments below. Tell me what you think. What do you think about the fit on the yellow one? Because that is the closest to finish. Let me get this real quick before I let you go. The only problem that I had was this right here. I just used elastic that I had, and I know that's not right. I know that's not right. And if I were to ever wear this, I would definitely have to wear something under it because these are too big. They go around the buttons very nicely, but they're not tight enough. I didn't do them right, and I know I'm supposed to have like fabric that matches the shirt to make my loops, but I went by the directions. They said 1.25 inch. That was like this. I couldn't even get them bent to sew. I couldn't even do it. And I'm like, if you can't even get them bent to sew it on the pattern, how are you going to loop it around a button? I couldn't even figure that out. So I went and found some elastic and we made elastic ones. So that's, if I make this again, we will work on that. We'll do a better job. That's it. I had such a blast this week making these shirts and learning about myself, learning about what looks better on me, learning about colors too, and what colors to avoid and what colors to lean into. So it was a productive week, I think. I had a good time. So I hope you guys had a good time watching the video again. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. What patterns should I try? If you've tried one that you think would look good on me, leave the pattern in the comments and let me know so I can go look it up and see if we can get a copy. Okay? So thank you very much, and we will see you next week. Bye.